Hello guys, this is CodeNCode and this is video editorial for the problem board moves. Taken from Codeforces Div 3 challenge round 642C. So the problem is we are given an n cross n matrix and n is going to be odd in every single case. So there are t test cases. In each test case we are given a matrix of size n cross n and each cell of the matrix contains a certain figure. You can consider anything you want. You can consider that each cell contains a number, doesn't matter. So what we have to do, from each cell you can make a move, and from each cell you can move that figure to one of the cell which share directly an edge or shares a corner with the current cell. Basically from cell ij you can move the figure from cell ij to any of these 8 cells. So now we have to find the minimum number of moves required to bring all of the figures in single cell. So if the matrix is of size n cross n, then there are n square number of cells, which means there are n square figures. And what we have to do finally, the matrix should in the matrix only one cell should contain all of the figures. The rest n square minus 1 should be empty. So basically the rest we have to choose one cell, and the rest n square minus 1 figures we have to bring in that cell. And in one operation we can move a figure from cell ij to any of these 8 cells. So if I show you the example, there are 3 test cases. This is n is 1, so the result is 0. N is 5, so result is 40. N is 4,99993, result is this one. First thing to note is that the cell in which we have to bring all of the figures is going to be middle cell. To get the minimum number of operation, the middle cell, choosing the middle cell is going to be an optimal solution. So what we will do, we will bring all of the figures into the mid cell. Now if you see, this is of the case 5 cross 5. So for 5 cross 5 result should be 40. Let's see how the result is 40. Now you see all of the cells which I have marked red are actually at distance 1. Distance 1, by distance 1 I mean all of the figures in the red zone can be brought to center by one move. So you see, if any figure is there in this cell, you can make one move and bring it down to this cell. Similarly for this, you can move diagonally. So from this cell you can bring down the figure here. So from all red zone cells you can bring down all of the figures into center cell in one operation. So from each cell it would take one operation to bring figure from that cell to this cell. So in total there are 8 cells in red zone, and red zone is at distance 1. So all of in the total result it would contribute 8 times 1, because there are 8 cells which can be brought down to middle cell in one operation. So 8 cell multiplied with number of operations, it is going to be 8. Now all of the green cells are actually at distance 2, because see, you can take any cell, say this, and in two operation, in one operation you bring the figure from this cell to here, and then in one operation here. So all of the cells in green area are actually at distance 2. So how many cells are there in green area? Of course 5 plus 5 plus 3 plus 3, which is 16. So all of these are at 2 distance, so the result would be, this would contribute 16 times 2 into the result. So overall result is 40. As you can see, for 5 cross 5 result is 40. So if I show you example for 7 cross 7, you see, since n is equals to 7, so the number of zones, red, green or any color zone, would be n by 2, and I'm talking integer division. So 7 by 2 is going to be 3. So there are going to be 3 different areas. So if n is equals to 11, 11 by 2 is going to be 5. So there are going to be 5 areas. So there will be zone with distance 1, there will be zone with distance 2, there will be zone with distance 3, or till n by 2. So the solution, if I show you the code, we see we are reading t, which are test cases, and then n, the number of cells, and then we are initializing result to be 0. LLI is long int. So we are running a loop from 1 to n by 2, because you know for given n there are going to be n by 2 number of zones. For each zone we are going to calculate number of cells in each zone and their contribution into the result. Now see, for say green zone, number of cells are, how I am going to count, there are many ways you can count the result. How I am going to count is that first I'll be counting this and this and the upper half, and I'll be calling this lower half. So upper half contains 3 cells, lower half contains 3 cells. So how you get upper half? Simple, 2i plus 1, where i is the number of zone. So first zone contains 3 cells above, because 2i plus 1 is actually 3. Similarly, for second zone, the number of elements, number of cells in the upper half is actually 2 times 2 plus 1, which is 5. Similarly here we are having 7. So 2i plus 1 are going to be number of cells in the upper half, and 2i plus 1 are going to be number of cells in lower half. So all of these cells are in zone I, so their distance is I. So of course number of cells will be multiplied with I, because this is their distance. So we have counted upper half and lower half. Now it's time for these cells. So these are, as you can see, are same as upper half and lower half, but minus 2, because these two corners are already occupied by upper and lower half. So 2i plus 1, which is equal to upper half or lower half minus 2 for this side and for this side. So this is how you calculate result, and finally you can print the result. So this was all for this lecture. If you have any doubts or query, of course you can ask in the comment section. Thank you guys for watching. Until the next video drops, keep coding. Thank you.